Jack Thunder and the Fragments of Anima, Book 7, Null. Chapter 7, A Hero's Destiny. Jack Thunder's eyes nearly fell shut. Much as he tried not to give in, the weight on his chest was becoming heavier every second. Razor stood at his feet, yapping out of fear. "I can tell you're tired of this, Jack Thunder. Why don't you sit down and rest for a while?" Can't do that. Friends need me." He took another shaky step forward, his legs nearly giving out from under him. "How are you going to protect them? You can't even keep your eyes open. Alterus doesn't need an air champion like you. Maybe you should just pass it off to San. He'll take care of it for you." Jack Thunder tried to shut out the voice. Its words were nothing but honeyed poison. "No turning back now. Just give in. Give up and the pain will stop." Mustering up every bit of strength he had, Jack Thunder let out a piercing cry. A few seconds later, he heard a voice calling his name. "Buckthorn. How cute. Your reef siren friend came back for you." "Jack, can you hear me? Are you alright?" Buckthorn ran up to his side. Jack Thunder slowly turned his head to face her. His pinched and weary expression met Buckthorn's own frightened face. "Buckthorn, what happened to you?" "Ugh, voice in my head. They're really not letting up." Jack Thunder's head dropped. He was losing this battle. Buckthorn immediately understood. That voice in her head earlier, the Heart of Darkness, it had tried to get to her, and now it was getting to him. She took the sea stone off from around her neck and held it near his chest. The water fragment flashed frantically with a deep blue light. Buckthorn noticed Stormbringer in Jack Thunder's hand, pulsing at the same pace. Razor leapt onto Jack Thunder's back, curling up around his neck. Slowly, Jack Thunder relaxed. The voice seemed to be letting up. Buckthorn took her chance. "Listen, Jack. Don't pay attention to that voice. I'm here. We're not going to leave you alone." As the air and water fragments did their work, Jack Thunder found the strength to stand up straight. He turned his sight towards the sky. "That's right. I've been preparing for this my whole life. This is as ready as I'll ever be. There's no turning back now." And just like that, the doubts ceased. He turned his gaze down to face Buckthorn. "Thanks, I needed that." "You're welcome. Snotter cut a path through the maze. Let's go, we don't have much time to lose." Though his knees still felt weak, Jack Thunder didn't need to be told twice. "Oh, you heard it too?" Jack Thunder stared at the rest of the team. It seemed as though all of them had heard the Heart of Darkness's voice when they were going through that maze. Even Razor nodded his head with the others. The Storm Gremlin's head dropped, somewhat ashamed that the heart had gotten to him so thoroughly. Though he'd made it through, doubt still lingered in his mind. "Look, Jack, I freaked out too, but..." Shadowpaws stepped up, whispering into Jack Thunder's ear. "When I felt Snotter's quake, I thought about her. I want to be brave and strong, just like she is. That's how I got through." Jack Thunder nodded. "I'll keep that in mind." He noticed Frosty fuming beside him. Snow flurries swirled around her hands. No one hurt her little brother like that. "I should have figured the Heart of Darkness would do that," San interjected. "But none of you are hearing it now, are you?" The 6 heroes shook their heads. "Then you all passed the test. Even though you were separated from each other, you managed to pull through. As long as you stay together, you have a chance against the Heart of Darkness. Don't forget that." Reluctantly, the 6 nodded their heads. They turned to the mountain. This was it. As soon as they scaled this volcano, they would come face to face with the Heart of Darkness. This was make or break. One by one, each member of the crew began their journey up the tower. Jack Thunder wiped his brow. This was it. Just a few steps in front of him was the summit of the volcano. With every inch he climbed, the pull on his soul grew stronger. even more so than the army of Wendigos he and his friends faced in the caves beneath the Grotto of the Young. He didn't dare check behind him in case he slipped and fell, but he could imagine the others were just as nervous. The chaotic spectral light flashing from all the fragments of Anima at once illuminated the steep path ahead. It was the only source of light besides the flashes of red lightning lacing across the sky. Jack Thunder couldn't help but think of last summer when he rescued Terry Paradise. He remembered wanting to turn tail and run when he sensed the Wendigo's presence deep in the caves of Mount Tempest. It took every bit of courage he had to make that trek downward and face the beast that poisoned Terry's mind and nearly destroyed his home. But he had come through then, just as he would now. At least, that's what he hoped. Before he knew it, he and his friends were at the summit. He clambered up onto the rocks, gripping Stormbringer in his left hand. The volcano was surprisingly dry up top. Jack Thunder would have thought it would be bubbling with lava, but instead there was only an empty hole in the top of the mountain. The storm was surprisingly calm up here too. Even as blackened clouds swirled all around them, the crew could feel no breeze swirl around them. "Is this what it's like inside the eye of a hurricane?" Jack Thunder asked himself. Suddenly, the wind picked up. He and his teammates huddled close together as a sickly bluish-violet glow encased the mountaintop. Turning his gaze upwards, Jack Thunder noticed a pulsing, throbbing tear in the center of the black clouds. Though he'd never seen one up close before, he knew exactly what this was. It was a flipside rift, and a huge one at that. Jack Thunder spotted 1,000 blood-red eyes emerge from the darkness. He brandished his staff up towards the rift. "Where are you? Show yourself!" Before he knew it, everything was swept away in darkness.